Is my price prediction for Jasmy during this bull run still $1, hypothetically speaking? Yes, because I'm not giving up when it comes to Jasmy. And of course, not financial advice and not a guarantee, but I believe that Jasmy is that special. Now, that may be hard to believe as of right now because the price is going down. A lot of people are panicking, panic selling, paper hands, whatever the case may be. But I'm sticking this one through because I don't want to give up. I don't quit like that. When I commit to something, I commit for the long term. I don't just like to give up for no reason because why would I, right? Yeah, sure, the crypto space isn't doing the best. Stocks, they're not doing the best. But in my opinion, better days are still ahead because it's not like Jasmy became fundamentally bad because that's not the case. The market that Jasmy is focused on, by the way, is still predicted to be worth nearly $800 billion by 2030, according to Fortune Business Insights. And that market is the data storage market. So it's not like Jasmy is focused on the wrong thing. Yes, crypto space is not doing the best, but fundamentally, you take a look at Jasmy again, right? It's not like they suddenly shifted their market focus. It's not like the market that they're focused on randomly just went off into the abyss. That's not the case. So even though price is going down, I don't care about this, man, because around a year from right now, I'll forget all about this. Because think about this, right? A couple months ago, when Jasmy did very well, guess what? People forgot those years, like 2022, 2023. They forgot about that, right? Now they're trying to remember those moments. But for me, I've trained myself not to behave that way because I've trained myself to look in the future. And I do believe better days are still ahead. The crypto space, I think, is only going to grow from here on out. You take a look at the hype for the Bitcoin ETF. You take a look at the institutional investors for Bitcoin. It's not like that went south. That's not the case whatsoever. It's still doing very well. Yeah, sure, Bitcoin's going down, but things do have a pullback on the way up. So I think this is pretty much expected. Now, some people probably didn't expect this much of a pullback, but hey, the lower the price, the better the buying opportunity for me. And you take a look at Jasmy, the team is still doing very well, still filled with many individuals who've worked at Sony, KPMG, right, which is one of the big four accounting firms. So that didn't change. So I don't get why people are panicking. Also, on top of that, Jasmy is the first ever legally compliant cryptocurrency in the great country of Japan. So if those fundamental, qualities for Jasmy didn't change, what's all the panic about? I just don't get it. I'm still holding, I'm still accumulating because I've proven those critics wrong once, and I think I'll do it again, hypothetically, because when I was talking about Jasmy 2023, right? When I had a fever, I remember I made a video on Jasmy. It was kind of bad because I was sick in that video, but besides that point, everyone commented, wow, Jasmy sucks, all this. But even though I was having a fever at that time, I still believed in the future of Jasmy. And guess what? Proved a lot of the critics wrong. Now, again, some people may think, well, yeah, it's going down. Your prediction's wrong. But hypothetically, I disagree because I think the run is far from over. Historically, altcoins, they peak anywhere between 6 to 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. If we consider how the Bitcoin halving event happened back in April, that's still October this year to October next year, potentially, that time range for altcoins to showcase what they're capable of. So I'm not going to give up right now. I feel like this is a 10-mile marathon, and I'm like 8 or 9 miles. I feel like I'm that in terms of my acquisition phase. I'm not going to quit right now. I'm not going to give up. I like to commit because around a year from right now, if Jasmy does hypothetically go to the price of $1, and then I'm not there to see that, I want to be like, oh man, if only I didn't give up, right? I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be like someone who's sitting down and saying, oh wow, if only I did this. Nah, I don't want to do that. I want to stick it out because I want to see what happens, if you know what I mean. If Jasmy were to go to the price of $1, considering its current circulating supply, market cap would be around $50 billion. That's like peanuts, man. We've seen something like BNB reach over $100 billion in market cap. I think Jasmy is just a lot more evolutionary than that. You take a look at even Dogecoin reached over $80 billion in market cap. This isn't a crazy figure. A $50 billion market cap, I don't see why not, especially again for something this amazing. And you have to consider how the amount of crypto owners, man, it's so amazing because there's still currently over 500 million crypto owners. I mean, this is how amazing this bull run could be. Could you imagine the FOMO, buying pressure, buying volume that could happen this time around? I mean, it's going to be insane. So again, I'm not giving up. I'm staying patient. I'm continuing to dollar cost average. And now for the people out there that accumulated Jasmy a couple of months ago, they went all in and now they're saying, wow, I can't believe this is happening. Here's the thing. I've always mentioned about dollar cost averaging, meaning that anytime I earn income, I'm acquiring, I'm holding, and I'm just waiting. So I'm not focused on the price, on the short term at least, because if people are doing that, I think that it just involves a lot of emotion for no reason. And I don't like that, because if I'm going all in on a certain price target and I'm predicting it to go a certain way, then it's going to be very stressful. However, if I'm just accumulating and just forgetting about it, quite essentially, I'm removing all the anxiety, all the stress, and all the guessing in the short term, right? I'm removing that through dollar cost averaging, and that's the beauty about it. Also, by dollar cost averaging, if the price does go up, I don't miss out on the pump. But if the price does, let's say, dump, I still have more to put in the tank, so to speak. So again, that's the beauty about dollar cost averaging. I'm going to continue to keep doing that, because Jasmy at the price of $1 during this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Could you imagine what happens to altcoins in general once Bitcoin goes to the price of $100,000, let's say even beyond $250,000, and maybe even more? It's going to look incredible. So I can't wait. Again, $1 wouldn't surprise me whatsoever when it comes to Jasmy. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.